Hey, you guys. I have been MIA, but I've been working a ton around toward the end of the year. It's really busy for my business, which is a good thing. It's a good problem to have, but it also I can't create as many videos. And like I stated before, this started off as just a hobby. So I gotta do first what pays the bills, right? And I do enjoy being on here. I do miss everyone and chit-chatting, um, online and everything. But once I get home, I'm completely tired. And, I'm usually just, hanging out with my family and, hanging out with them. They're my priority. And then I typically take a shower and crash out. I may listen. I have not been able to catch up with everything that's going on. I mean, to be honest, can anybody really catch up with anything? Because it is crazy on these YouTube streets, as I always say. But I was listening to Natasha. I had stopped for a little bit because honestly she got really boring. I mean, I don't know. She just seems she can still be funny and do like different videos, but lately she's just been really, I guess, restraining other things. I don't know. I just completely stop as soon as she says, okay, now let's watch these videos or something like that. I just, but I did catch this one and I was like, here we go again. I mean, here's the thing. Natasha always has these double standards, these double um you know, with Natasha it's always like, okay, just let me do whatever I want to do. But if you guys basically do the same thing, I'm going to call you out. So I was listening. I always at work, I always have my little iPad and I always just have it playing in the background. And I was listening and I was like, oh boy, here we go again. Always Natasha to not understand any of her hypocrisies. And I always find it interesting. So this one is basically about her going on and on. Okay, I'm going to say this first before I even get started. With Natasha, she always makes it seem like she's not, like she doesn't care about anybody else's money. She's not watching anybody else's channel, blah blah blah, whatever, right? I know she's lying. I think we all know she's lying, you know. And but if you have seen and heard from the past, you have noticed that she'll be very bitter about like people having memberships or super chats. You'll hear her say, like, well, they can get memberships. Well, Natasha, it's your fault why you can't monetize on YouTube. You can go and continue to say it's everybody else's fault. But you know what I was thinking was I find it very interesting that you want to blame every problem of yours on everyone else. Nothing's ever your fault. Like the whole thing with the taxes was a misunderstanding and it was that other person's fault. The whole thing when you had the store and the dresses, it was their fault. Any problems that you had on Facebook was your moderators or people who came in who don't like you for whatever reason, as you always say. Then you come on YouTube and you have galore of people who don't, for as you say, for whatever reason, don't like you. And you say you always clap back and you're just responding. My problem has always been it's the way that you respond because you can respond very respectfully. Even like I'm just not a huge like person who cusses all day long. I mean, I know there is some people that do. Okay, but the wordings that people say, like, I'm sorry, but like, even when I'm listening, even to different creators online, I will hear them say like that, see you in whatever word. I don't even know how that became normal. Like, honestly, I never even really heard the word that much, especially like just the way that I grew up. I never heard that word. Um, and then of course, as I got older and, became in different sceneries, you would hear like certain things, but On YouTube, it's like it's just normal, like to call people the B word, the C word. I mean, you name it, you can go on, and it's just like become normal. In my house, we don't even talk that way. So when I came on YouTube, and I'm just like surfing and I hear other women call women that or other men call women that, and I'm thinking, how did this become normal? Like, I've been married to my husband for 21 years, and he's never even called me that, like, ever. Like, I just don't understand how men, especially men, call women that. But even women, like, why are you calling other women those words? Like, do why can't you just get your point across respectfully? Because I would respect someone more and listen more to someone who is handling themselves a lot better than someone who is just using those kind of words. And and that's the thing that I've always had an issue with Natasha, is that it's the way, I mean, and I have other clips of other, videos that show her just some of the things that she said is just ugly, and that's the biggest problem that I've always had with her, is the way that she says things. Like, she always uses that excuse, "Well, I'm just clapping back and blah, blah, blah." Yeah, well, you could still get your point across. That's my biggest thing. Like, I just don't get it, like, why people can't just get their point across. Why does it always have to be so ugly? Like, I don't get it. Ah, that's eh, you know what? And so anyways, so I was listening to this video, and I was listening because she had this big old problem with Mama Knows Best, who I really enjoy listening. She makes me laugh. Like, I listen to her at night a lot. I don't comment because I'm usually falling asleep, and I feel like once I comment on the chat, when she's doing a live, I kind of feel like committed in that way. And I'm usually just listening, laughing, and then I'm pretty much dozing off. But she makes me laugh a lot. And I do put her in the background at work because I love the way she talks. And I don't know, I just love the way she claps back. And I did actually add a clip here. But anyways, so this is basically her having an issue, which Natasha has an issue with everybody's money. It's like she almost feels like she's entitled to everybody else's money. It's crazy. So it's basically she wants everybody to give her money, and she's the only one that is entitled to PayPals and all that stuff. And look, I don't care if she wants to do PayPals now. The only issue that I do really have is the 20K, which is a video that I'm currently working on because we're coming up to the 1 year. um and so I'm working on something on that, which I've seen something kind of floating around, I think, of people trying to get together who had donated to that PayPal because they kind of want to do something together. I don't know, something like that. But anyways, I'm working on a video on that. That one of the biggest PayPal's issues I do have is that one. Um, but the thing is with Natasha, she also will be like, "Oh, drop you know, all my kids, basically Amazon wish list, the baby shower because her daughter's about to give birth. What else? Um, yeah, well, Lord knows she asks us for like everything for her, like when she complained about her conditioner is not working or something. I don't know. She always asks us for something. In reality, I'm just gonna be blunt, she's going to the casino. I mean, that's just what it is. She basically wants her people to provide a living for her to go to the casino every week. I Here's the thing. When you have a certain amount of subscribers, you're really asking them to provide you with a living. So instead of growing your channel and being maybe a little bit more respectful and having people follow you on social media, growing your channel, maybe go on your Patreon where people are paying to see you there instead of you constantly saying you're going to be on there when we know you're like, don't do a live there. So excuse me, hold on 1 second. Okay, so yeah, so she has the Patreon. I think she still has her memberships on her website. I don't know if anybody really, she never really talks about that, but she does talk about having her um Cash App. I guess she lost a Venmo, which I find a little sketchy because if you guys kind of notice, if you look at the makeup video, you'll notice that it'll say like I guess Hannah's PayPal and Venmo, but if you really pay attention on Natasha's channel, it just has PayPal. This is just my opinion. I think she's using Hannah's PayPal, but she's not inserting the Venmo because I believe in the Venmo you may have to use your name on it, and on the PayPal you don't. So she can drop that PayPal, but not the Venmo. And I heard her say, maybe it was a week ago. I'm sorry, I've been working so much, but I think she said something like, "Yeah, I lost my Venmo, but I have PayPal." Well, if you have PayPal, you would also have Venmo. So that tells me that she's using someone else's PayPal. I don't know. I don't know if that even made sense. But anyways, if you notice like her makeup, which I don't really even watch much of her makeup because to me it's really boring, but um yeah, I noticed that. But anyways, I'm gonna get started with the video, and let's get started because I kind of rambled on and on because I have not been on in a while. Like I said, I've been working a lot, and I'm gonna try to maybe do a video maybe once a week, and then after the holidays and everything, I'll be able to go kind of a little bit more. But yeah, it's been really hard since so. Okay, so let's do this.
And that poor old mama knows nothing. She's already started her sad fishing for Christmas. So let me.
Here's my thing. Like, why can't Natasha show that video? If suppose you're gonna throw that out there that Mama Knows Best is asking for Christmas already, which I know she didn't. Why doesn't she put that clip to back that up? Like so you're just gonna throw that out there, and that's not even what Mama Knows Best even said. So that's a little annoying because if you do that to her, she gets bent out of shape and be like, they were just saying things about me and blah blah blah. But she can say whatever she wants, and you're just supposed to believe her. And which your shadow believe her and be like, no way, for real. So I'm just like, ugh, but I'm sure y'all kind of probably know the history between Mama Knows Best and Natasha because Natasha cannot do anything nice. And of course, she had, bought some stuff for Mama Knows Best during Christmas last year. And I just feel like if you're going to do something, just be kind and do it. You don't need to constantly. That's the thing with Natasha too. She'll also say, "Oh, it's going to be private. I'm not going to tell anybody. Nobody will know who." And then, as soon as you barely do anything, she's like, "Oh, Mama Knows Best over there asking for blah 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 because she's broke or whatever she's going to come up with." She comes up with like the most craziest things all the time, and I'm like, why are you going to do that and then throw that in their face? Like, I just do something kind and and just go on with. I just don't get how she thinks. But anyways, I'm gonna go on. I'm just rambling today, am I?
Let me tell you a little something there, Mama Knows Best. If you knew best, you would know that you should started have saving money in January.
Okay. I was when I listened to this, I had a laugh because is Natasha really going to give financial advice like what anybody should be saving? Because Lord knows that just a couple of months ago, she was talking about how her air was so much like 600, I think, or something like that. And she needs cameras for, I mean, she's just always like begging for something, right? So I just find it a little ironic that she's going to be like, well, Christmas is coming and then blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm sorry, but you probably shouldn't give any kind of like financial advice. Because I just kind of think like you're kind of like last on the list, just saying.
Because you knew the situation that you were already in. And you could have saved $10 a month, would have been more than nothing. towards Christmas. But instead, you want to get on there and say how tough it is, especially for single people and Christmas coming up. Well, then maybe you should get a damn job.
Oh my gosh, I am so tired of Natasha telling everybody to get a job. Like, you know, like Natasha, okay, Natasha has no job. Like you will hear her say like YouTube was my job or blah blah blah. Yeah, it was until you acted horrible and they fired you. You just can't get the message and leave. Like you're banny baiting. Like you're not even supposed to be on this platform. I don't care what you say, you can tell because there has been so many times that she knows that she's not supposed to be on this platform. And for her to constantly say, okay, so if you want to say, everybody should get a job, what's wrong with you getting a job? Like, why can't you go out there, and get a job? I just don't understand. Like, you can go all day long and say, yeah, Amazon, oh Lord, YouTube was your job, but I mean, it was you were fired. Go, like, leave. Like, I'm sorry, but in my business, if I fire you, you don't come back. Like, bye. Like, you leave, get your last check, and you're bye bye. Like, I don't get her thing. Like, how bold she can be to tell people to get a job. Like, maybe you should get a job first, and then maybe you can tell people to get a job. But like, you can't really quite tell people to get a job when you have no job. Like, it does it. You're constantly begging for money, like all the time online. You know, I cannot stand her. All right.
And why are you raising your grandchildren?
It's not your business, Natasha.
What is it that you say about me and my children? Well, you must not be a very good damn parent either. If your children don't have custody of their own.
Do you notice how she say you must not be a good parent either? Like, I don't know. That's to me. I listen to all these little words either. I don't think she believes she's a good parent herself too. So I don't know. I feel like she's kind of told herself. But let's go on.
Christmas isn't a surprise. You know, every year when it's coming.
Okay, if you're gonna say that, okay, so your daughter is pregnant. She knows pretty much the month she's gonna give birth, right? You just did a humongous, like, online, what is it, like, baby shower. You're always constantly throwing your kids' wish lists and all this stuff. So you okay, so but can you imagine if Mama Knows Best or anybody that Natasha does not like did that? Like, Mama Knows Best or I don't know, Granny's watching, did that. Oh Lord, Natasha would go on and on. So, but it's okay for Natasha to do it. But nobody else is allowed to do it. Only Natasha can do it, you guys, okay? Because then it's like if somebody else does, it's like, well, you're broke. Get off your butt and go work and blah 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 and this and that. But me, I can drop it off, and if my subscribers want to do it, they can do it all they want. Blah blah blah. I'm not forcing them. Well, neither is other people. Like, why is it okay for you to constantly drop your Amazon wish list and your PayPal, your Cash App, everything in the book, but nobody else can do anything. I mean, I think honestly, you're just pretty bitter because you can't monetize. Just saying.
And I know that some people have things that come up at the last minute. People have emergencies, catastrophes, medical issues that happen right before Christmas. That is completely different than what I am talking about. I am talking about people who always have their hands out for
Huh.
other people to provide for their children.
Okay. Isn't I don't even know if I should even talk about this. I mean, I know you guys get me, but really, did she just say that? Like, just listen to what she is saying. She is constantly, like, for months, has been asking for, like, throwing about the baby shower. And I don't care if people donate. That's not even the thing. My thing is, why does she have a problem when anybody else does it? Like, that's the problem that I have. Fine, everybody want to give your grandchild. That's fine. I don't care. I mean, I my kids are old enough to work. They do work, and they get up pretty much 4 or 5 in the morning to go to work, and they put in a ton of hours. They provide for themselves. They even help wherever they can. You know, just the way that we kind of run things over here. But my thing is that, why is it a problem when anybody else does it? Like, that's the thing. Like, and the reason people have any kind of issue with you, Natasha, is your PayPal of a 20K that has nothing to show for it. And that's the only thing that you will say, like, I don't have to show proof and I don't have to show receipts and da da da. But then in the other hand, you'll be like, well, I show receipts for everything. I mean, that's not true. So, I mean, I don't know. Let's just go on.
I have always shopped throughout the year for Christmas presents.
Mm-hmm. I don't
Because
believe
you
that.
don't ever know what's going to happen. And if I had extra money, I used it to stockpile gifts for Christmas. And if you have a whole house full of your grandchildren because your children are too sorry to raise them, then maybe you should have thought about that last Christmas. And children know nothing but what you teach them.
Oh, really? So, what is it that you're teaching your kids? To e-beg for everything? Like, seriously? Like, you know what? Here's another thing that I've noticed too. Did you guys notice in the other video, they said, I think her name is Kaylee or something, the other daughter, got, I don't know, her husband was surprising her with a truck or something like that. And I thought that was interesting because I was like, oh, okay, I see. Your subscribers provided all this stuff for their babies, so they have all this money to buy a new truck. And that's how I see it. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. I'm just, kind of giving my opinion. Oh, this is all my opinion, okay, you guys. So please don't freak out or just say, um, but I thought that was interesting. So I'm like, okay, so you're asking for all these donations of stuff, and but they go buy a new truck. I just sometimes don't think that you should probably do that at the same time, or maybe just don't tell anybody at all. Like, I don't think that you need to tell your everybody online every single thing of your business. Like, I just, especially your kids, like, I don't get it. Like, I'm very private on a lot of things, and this is why, like, I'm very don't want to, like, you know say too much about a lot of things, but like, she seems to say a lot about them, and I don't know if they want all that out there. But what are you teaching your kids? Like, you know um I'm just, maybe I'm not going to talk too deep on that. I don't know. I just don't. Okay, I'm not going to say nothing.
I used to think I had to keep up with the Joneses with my children. And the hold on. She's talking about my PayPal again. The bitch is monetized and has super chats. Why is she talking about my PayPal?
Natasha, you would have been monetized too if you just had a better attitude online. But that's your own fault. Like, take some accountability once in a while.
I bet you she knows more about what's in it than I do. I bet they all do. I haven't even looked at it since I was live last.
I don't believe that ever.
And I'm glad that I just did because somebody has sent me a PayPal. And it says, oh, it's anonymous. Awesome. Thank you. My tip jar fund is at 8%. I have raised $40 in 3 days.
Anybody else notice that she's getting less and less? I mean, I'm kind of like, in a sense, happy about that because I feel like a lot of people are starting to notice, for what she really is. Even her numbers, like when she goes live, it's nothing compared to what it used to be. She used to get 7 to 1,000 people watching her. Now it's like sometimes 2, 3, 400. So I think that, all these channels that are coming out exposing her, and it's really eye-opening for a lot of people. So I think it's helping. Sure, she hates us all too.
Yeah. $40 in 3 days there. Mama knows best. And I know damn well if you have those children, then the organizations that help, who gave you custody, sign those kids up for gifts every year. And there are organizations in your local area that provide gifts for children. So instead of worrying, exactly, Capri, the majority of my funds don't get filled. I take them down because I'm going to start another one.
Or you need that money.
So it's okay for your bitching ass to have super chats and be monetized, but you want to sit your ass up there on your panel with your spider bangs
and
talk shit because I have a PayPal pool and Cash App.
But she can be.
The same thing? Pretty sure you do.
But she's allowed to be monetized, Natasha. You're just mad.
What it boils down to is your ass is jealous.
No, Natasha, you're jealous.
439 people into a chat.
No, she's not jealous, Natasha. You're the one that's jealous because you can't monetize. That's why you're mad. You miss all the super chats that you used to get. You miss all the memberships that you used to get. All the AdSense and everything that you get because you even said you made a good income off of it. So if anyone's jealous, it's you. That's why you're always constantly attacking everybody that you can find on the platform. You have no content besides attacking people constantly on the daily. I mean, I don't even know how you don't want to get exhausted from it.
If you fucking tried. And that's the truth. And the truth is the problem with all of y'all. I have 2,000 subs and 441 people watching right now.
Hate washing, like a lot of them are.
What are y'all's numbers like?
How are your memberships?
Laura, I can confirm, and I can also confirm that I have not gotten a check for Mariah since last December because I chose not to.
But that's your choice,
I didn't need it because that $289 a month that I got, I was making a good income on YouTube, and I didn't need the subsidization from the state anymore. And even after they got my channels taken down,
no, Natasha, it was you.
I chose not to reapply for the assistance that I could get.
Well, that's your choice.
Not that it's any of their fucking business.
Why is everything everybody does
the truth for you
online your business? Why is it any of your business? Why Mama Knows Best has, her grandkids, or what she's doing on her channel and all that. Like, why do you make that? Is it just because of money? I mean, that's all that really gets you triggered is money. Like, you almost just feel entitled to everyone's money. It's sick.
Yeah. And anybody who has ever fostered children that are relatives, know you get a pittance compared to what it actually cost to raise a child.
Okay, so I put this in to show proof. Okay, join us for our virtual baby shower October 8th, which I have no problem with her doing this. Look at that. Like, I want her daughter to have a beautiful, healthy baby. By the way, I love babies too. Like, I don't know, there's just something about holding a baby and all that. But I have no problem with that. Like, look at this, like, that's a beautiful thing to have that. My thing is, if anybody else did that, Natasha would be bashing, oh, if your daughter can't afford anything, she shouldn't be having a baby. I mean, I can hear that. But if we say anything, she twists and turns into the most ugliest thing. And I'm like, what? So you can do anything and everything for your kids, but nobody can do anything else for their own. Like, I think Granny put one to go, I don't know, travel or something, and she went on and on about that forever. I'm like, you always say, why do people care about your money and all this stuff? Well, I mean, you really seemed bothered by everybody else's money, really. Like, if you think about it. And like I said, I think what really started it was the 20K, of of Natasha's downfall, in my opinion. I think that was, I even said that when she did that. I even told my husband, I said, wow, that's going to be her downfall, is the 20K. And for different reasons, but I'm going to go on that topic once I do my other video. But I mean, just look at this. Like, I love that the outpouring of her community can do this. But why can't she just be happy for other people too? It's like she just is not capable of it, And I will never understand it. Like, I don't get it. I mean, like I said, if anybody else did this, she would be really hating on that person. And even her chat, have y'all ever seen her chat? They get pretty nasty and ugly. Like, I've read some stuff and I'm thinking, oh, I just, these are all mothers, or most of them I would believe are. And I don't know. Some of the things that I read and see, it's very disturbing. So, anyways, I just kind of want to add this part to show the beauty of the community, that that could be a blessing to this family. But if it was done on anybody else's channel, Natasha would just make it. I know how she would twist it and turn it. If your kid can't afford a baby, she shouldn't be having a baby. And you know your community isn't supposed to be providing, she'd go on and on. I mean, just the way she does it, and her chat would be like, you see, yeah, you're right, Natasha, because everything you say, it's right and perfect, and as soon as you don't like somebody, we don't like them too. But if you like them, we like them. It's just, oh, it's crazy. It's like a cult over there. And I don't even know how long I have this on here. Let's see here. Sorry.
Let me your link again.
Oh. Okay, so this next clip is going to be about um sharing Hannah's Amazon wish list. Like I said, I don't have a problem with her sharing anybody's wish list. I just wish she stopped being so critical on everybody else's like stuff.
Also, since all of you know, send me your link again. Since some of you know, Hannah's birthday is the 25th. Next Tuesday, she said she's going to be 22. She has made a birthday list.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop it right here. Anybody see that? I'm glad my mom. I don't know what that is about, but I don't know. That just caught my eye. I was like, what? I don't know what the book. I know that this particular person had an issue with her mom. I don't know. I thought that was interesting. But anyway, so this is her wish list, which, hey, shoot, if it gets fulfilled, that's great. My thing is, Natasha, be okay with other people doing it then. Stop being so critical and
And I
judgmental
am
then.
going to be posting it here in a few minutes. Bella Vita got that one. Mods, at some point during the live, will y'all drop Hannah's birthday list? Good Lord at that one. Huh? Don't have to. Well, we dropped one for Mariah, and then your sister got a baby shower, so I'm not going to leave you out.
Okay, so I thought that was interesting, and I put that in there just to show proof that all this outpouring of what she asked, and like I said, she always has a way of always saying like, "Well, if your child can't afford a birth," like she would. Okay, let's just give an example. She would tell Mama Knows Best, "Well, your kid's birthday's coming up. You should have prepared and put $10 a month on side." Da 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 da. So can you imagine Mama Knows Best dropping a wish list for her kids or grandchildren? I mean, Natasha would flip, but it's okay for Natasha to do it, of course. Everything's always okay when Natasha does it. But anybody else does it, and oh Lord, let's call them out. But anyways, so I put this Mama Knows Best because I'm so proud of her, of the way she stood up for herself. You could tell she was ticked off Mama. And like I said, I just I love Mama Knows Best. She makes me laugh so much. And I've always loved Mama Knows Best. I love the way she carries herself and the way she talks. And but anyway, so I added this because I was so proud of her.
First of all, I don't have custody of my grandchild or my grandchildren, Natasha Cooper. And another thing, it's none of your fucking business who I got custody of and who I don't. Don't think I'll be asking you for a dime this year. I can handle my own. You don't worry about me. You worry about yourself. You don't want to tell somebody else to get a job? Why don't you stop begging and get a fucking job? That's what you need to do.
Oh, look at
You
Mama.
gonna tell somebody else to get a job? You don't see me up here begging for no Christmas or nothing. So don't you worry about what I do on my channel. You worry about your own.
You tell her.
And you said I have months. Months. I know Christmas is coming. I think your daughter had 9 months before her baby would be here too. Why didn't she save up money and buy her own instead of you whining and begging on YouTube for her baby shower gifts?
Good point.
Same thing, right?
Yep.
You're just so jealous that somebody else is going to get something that you don't. Is that what it is?
Yep, that's what I say. That's exactly what I'm saying.
She wants to talk shit. That's all she does. Is go up there and talk shit because she don't have nothing else better to do other than talk shit about somebody.
Exactly. That's her content.
I'm
all
just
the time.
sick and tired of you always talking about people and putting people down. Why can't you just have your channel and just do your little content? Watch videos. Watch somebody else's YouTube stuff. You ain't got nothing else to do. You just got to play somebody else's shit on YouTube.
My thing is Natasha's running out of content, so she goes and picks on people. And right now is Mama Knows Best. It's gonna be somebody else. It's always somebody because she always needs somebody, so that way people can start talking about her. And then she goes back and forth for a little while, and then she goes and picks on someone else. This is her content. She does have no other content besides arguing with people. Like that's what I say. That isn't that exhausting? Like all you do is just wake up and just argue with people. Like, oh, who am I gonna pick on today? I mean, you're just a big bully. Like you are a humongous online bully. It's insane. Like that's your only content is just picking on people. And I'm so glad that Mama Knows Best is defending herself and she's doing it good. Go on, Mama.
The good content. You talk about us. Look at you. You're really doing great over there. Playing crashes and car crashes. And let's watch this. I seen how your numbers drop, sister. I don't think they really like that.
They don't.
And I think your makeup sales are going down too, by the way. People are not wanting to buy every single item that you put out.
Nope. Not at all.
She cannot have a channel without constantly picking on somebody or talking about somebody.
Exactly. That's what I said.
Mama knows mess. She's gonna get a mess. That's about what I'm about ready to have a big fat mess. There's no sense in her sitting there. She ain't even supposed to be on YouTube. And everybody took my channels down. Boo fucking who? You took your own damn channels down. Look at the way you talk to people. Look at the way you treat people. You took your own damn channels down, Natasha. Quit sitting there lying about it. I got proof. I have a damn screenshot from YouTube texting your ass back. Do I need to show that?
Yeah, you should.
You don't see nobody else that does anything like her. She sat there and got her daughter's whole baby shower thing filled and then turned around and comes right back on the next day begging for more. I mean, nobody.
And that's the thing. Like Natasha was saying how like her daughter's I think it was like the baby shower was filled, so they put more. Like, why couldn't that have just been enough? Like, why couldn't that have been like, oh, thank you guys for filling up, we're good, we're set. No, it's like just greedy, just constantly adding more and more. Or like, when is enough enough? That's the thing. Like, that's insane. But Mama knows best is bringing up some good damn points.
Nobody begs like she does, and she's gonna talk about me. You don't see me over here telling my subscribers they gotta buy my shit and do everything else. Yeah, she called me Mama knows nothing. I know better than she does. I know she ain't got no content. I do know that.
No, she sure doesn't. You're right, Mama. Sure doesn't.
And telling somebody else to get a job. And there's nothing wrong with her damn ass to get a job.
Yep.
She's the same age I am. If I can get a job, her ass can get a job.
Heck yeah, you're right.
You need to look in the mirror.
Exactly. Good job, Mama knows best. There you go. I'm so proud of you. I remember listening to you almost like a year ago, and you have grown so strong and you found your voice. And I'm so proud of you. Like, I'm really happy, And this is what Natasha does. She constantly picks on people. And then when they respond back, she wants to be like, well, I'm just responding back and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, stop picking on people. Stop making that your content. That's all you do is you are constantly like picking on the people. Like if they're throwing like a Cash App, or if they're throwing Venmo, or they got super chats, or they got memberships, or it goes on and on and on. And you really get triggered by the money because you're pissed because you can't monetize. And you constantly telling your people that as soon as you monetize, that we all take your channels down and all this. No, it gets an alert to YouTube. And they're the ones that, hey, we found Natasha Cooper. Now it's time to take her down. Thank you so much for doing that favor for us, Natasha. Like, come on, after like, what have you been taking all 16, 17? I don't even know. I've lost count at this point. But it's been so many channels. Like, come on. Like, that's how many times YouTube has tried to fire you and you keep coming back. Like, I have never met anyone in my life who has been fired that many times and continues to just come back. Like, you just can't take the hint. Like, I'm sorry. You keep saying you can go to other platforms. Well, go over there. Go to Twitch. Go to your Patreon. People pay monthly for that. Go give them something to continue that and stop complaining about you not having any money or not work. Go find a job. Like, stop. It's crazy. I can tell you to go get a job because I got a job. I woke up this morning at 4:15 this morning, and I stand up pretty much on my feet all day long, and I'm completely tired. The money's great, but I do get tired, but it's like, it's insane that you sit all day on a recliner being critical and tell people that we're all jealous. Like, what is there to be jealous of? Like, you can't even monetize on YouTube. Like, you can't even like move on and go. I can say a lot of things. I'm trying to be really, really nice here and carry myself really well. But I just don't understand and the reason I say you can't even monetize is because I know that's your biggest thing. Like, I know that is one of your biggest things, is that you cannot monetize on YouTube. I just don't understand what you think anyone is jealous of. That's my thing. Like, when you say that, you want to say, oh, I got 400 in the box, or because I have a community that gives me money. I mean, there's a ton of people out there. And you know what I do notice is that you love to attack smaller channels, but I notice you don't really go for the bigger channels. And if you try to, you don't do it for very long. You do it for like a short moment, and then that's it. Like you think you're so tough behind your screen, but I could just tell you cannot handle confrontation. And I feel that you try to attack, certain people who you, as in your eyes, see as weak and stuff, because you think you're so big, bad, and tough. But in reality, you're not. Like, you're just a big bully, And it's like you want people to respect you and you want to grow a beautiful, beautiful community and all that. But with your attitude and all that, it's not going to grow like that. Like, who would want to really follow that? It's like, even the chat, when I look at it, it's a bunch of like hypocrisies and contradictions, and like, nobody even says anything different to you on that. It's like, and honestly, you call people out, they do. Like, it's crazy to me. It's like, and then you'll just say, oh, they're blocked now, and it's like, oh, okay, so nobody's entitled to having a different opinion. And if they do, you basically tell them to remove themselves. It's crazy. It's insane. But I know this is a longer video, but like, I haven't been online and I just really wanted to kind of catch you guys. I'm trying, like I said, I'm going to try to put at least once a week. I am working. I have a couple of other videos. I think I have two more that I have. But like I said, sometimes I get really busy at work. And then when I come home, I really have no energy to do anything besides just chill with my family, maybe watch a movie or catch up on sleep, something like that. I mean, hey, I'm just a normal person trying to, you know, make it out here. And like I said, I originally just did this, Dane, I know a few people have reached out like, where have you been? Where are you? And so I appreciate you guys reaching out, and I really love seeing that. And so anyways, let me know, you guys, what do y'all think about this whole Natasha calling Mama Knows Best? Um about this whole Christmas thing, and how, she's okay with, everybody supporting her family and everything. I mean, it's crazy because even I think this year she had been like on 3 vacations or something like that. And so, she put out a PayPal for the vacations, and all this Amazon wish list, and she wants everybody to support in so many ways, and her content has been extremely boring. Like, she just will replay like certain things. I think like, honestly, I just cut it off. I mean, I just don't even watch it. I don't watch her like I used to. I have been trying to branch out into other communities, but like I said, I don't even have much time. I mean, I just really don't. I have it in the background, but I catch a little here and there and stuff. So I know that I need to catch up on some emails, catch up on some lives that I've seen that I'm interested, and I play them at night and then I just fall asleep. And so I just wake up and I'm like, whoa, like sometimes they're still playing, because some people can go on for like 8 hours or so. I can't talk that long. Like, I'm already ready to get off and I've only been here for an hour. But um anyways, I hope you guys like this video. I want you to let me know what your thoughts are, with this whole Natasha support my family, but no one else's kind of thing that she has. And make sure to like and subscribe. And like I said, I do miss you guys chit-chatting. I miss commenting on everything. I'm gonna try my best, like I said, but sometimes I'm completely exhausted. And I do love to spend time with my family, and and I do love spending my own time by myself too. So it's hard to kind of balance it all. But like I said, in my business, we're really extremely busy around this time, and it's really, really, really going to get more chaotic in December. So um, I seriously doubt I even probably, I don't know. I'm going to try my best to have some But anyways, I'm rambling on and on. But thank you so much, you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one. And thank you so much, everyone, for being wonderful. Bye.